"I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you." This playground classic is the foundation of covert bullying. A kid throws a physical taunt but retracts at the last possible second to claim they were only kidding. Adult communication evolves this exact same dynamic. Sophisticated vocabulary replaces physical jabs, but the underlying trap is identical. You feel the sting of a targeted attack, yet the moment you try to defend yourself, the attacker smiles and claims you imagined the whole thing, or that they were simply being silly. This creates a lose-lose vacuum. If you stay silent, you swallow the abuse. If you react, you look paranoid to bystanders, who only registered the polite surface level of the conversation. That sense of gaslighting is the intended, engineered consequence of this behavioral move. It is a feature of the trap, not a failure of your own perception. We can understand rhetorical deniability as a deliberately engineered conversational machine. Language is crafted to carry two meanings. A defensible surface meaning sits in the light, while a targeted subtext travels in the shadows. This gap is an escape hatch. If confronted, the attacker steps into that space and claims the subtext never existed. Identifying this dual-track structure clarifies the intent behind the interaction. Seeing the machine for what it is helps remove the foundation of self-doubt. Attackers build specific types of rhetorical armor to shield their hostile subtext from scrutiny. The humor shield uses comedy or memes to rebrand a serious accusation as play. The form itself signals that the claim is non-serious, granting the attacker a get-out-of-jail-free card. Loaded questions function as taunts. They direct everyone's attention toward a damaging premise, without actually making a factual claim, leaving the attacker with nothing they are required to defend. Then there is implicature. The attacker summons negative associations or archetypes without stating a fact, forcing the victim to carry the burden of the interpretation. While these tactics look different, they share a singular goal: removing personal accountability from the person delivering the hit. Benign violation theory helps explain why bystanders in the room often fail to intervene. Rhetorical armor creates psychological distance. Bystanders perceive a benign violation, breaking a social norm but feeling safe from where they stand. For the victim, that distance is zero. They are trapped in the hazard zone, where the threat is visceral and immediate. Bystander inaction is a byproduct of the tactic's design. The armor is engineered to keep the audience comfortable while the target remains isolated. Rhetorical armor has a fatal structural flaw. It relies entirely on the social contract of politeness and the compliance of everyone in the room. Traditional defensive measures like arguing back or using logic usually fail. Those moves keep the interaction inside the attacker's rules, reinforcing their frame. The antidote is to break the social contract. You stop playing the game and refuse to participate in the charade of politeness. Use plain language, ask a simple why, or name the tactic explicitly. That was a mean thing to say, and you said it in a way that allows you to deny it later. Speaking the subtext out loud dissolves the deniability. It forces the hidden meaning into the light, where it can no longer be ignored or walked back. This honest approach collapses the gap where the attacker's safety lives. By refusing to follow the unspoken rules, you reclaim the narrative and shift the burden of proof back to the source.